Afternoon, everybody. If I could please get your attention up to the podium here. All right, once again, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mark McKelvey from Woodbine Entertainment. It's my pleasure to be here today to lead us through today's Breeders' Crown Charity Challenge cocktail reception. The Breeders' Crown, we are a proud host for the 2025 edition, which is coming up later in October in Campbellville at Woodbine Mohawk Park. We're certainly proud to continue our relationship with the Hambletonian Society. And the Breeders' Crown Charity Challenge has become just a staple of the Breeders' Crown. Starting back in 2019, it has raised an incredible amount of funds for the local charities of the host track for the Breeders' Crown. It has been a home run each and every year. In 2025, we're hoping it's going to be a big-time success, and part of that is going to be with what happens here in just a little bit, coming up at 1 o'clock with our benefit auction, the breedings for the 2026 season. Incredible roster of stallions that a breeding will be offered to. So if you're going to be participating, we hope you're very generous because, again, this is going to just a wonderful cause for very deserving charities local to Woodbine Mohawk Park. We're going to hear from some special dignitaries here in just a moment, but again, I just want to welcome everyone in and certainly invite you to join us at Woodbine Mohawk Park for the Breeders' Crown coming up in October. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce the President and CEO of the Hambletonian Society, Mr. John Campbell.
Thank you, Mark. First of all, thanks everybody for being here and attending our Breeders' Crown Charity Challenge for the 7th year. It kicks off Breeders' Crown season, so to speak, and it's been just a tremendous benefit for the racetracks and the local communities during that 7 years. We've helped a lot of people, and it certainly builds a lot of goodwill with the racetracks and their local community. I have to thank David Reed and Bruce Brinkerhoff and the Lexington Select Sale for sponsoring and all the food and beverage that you're able to enjoy that is on behalf of the David and Bruce and the Lexington Select Sale. I have to thank our host track partner, Woodbine at Mohawk Park. They've been a tremendous supporter of Breeders' Crown since the inception of the Breeders' Crown back in 1984, and we can't thank them enough. They're just wonderful people to work with, and we're going to have a great event at the end of October in Campbellville, Ontario. I'd like to thank the stallion donors who donated these breedings they're going to sell for a lot of money, and it's going to go to a worthwhile cause, but would not be possible without the generosity of the stallion owners, so thank you very much for that. I'd like to just recognize Erica Rogers from the Mayor's office here in Lexington. She's going to be the recipient of a check here in a little while, but just want to recognize Erica and thank her for coming. And I want to thank Marvin Katz. It was his vision to start the Breeders' Crown Charity Challenge, and it's grown into an event inside the event, and we're very, very proud of that. Joe McLeod is going to take over for Marvin moving forward next year when we go to Scioto. I don't know if Joe's here or not, but Marvin has certainly laid down a blueprint and groundwork for just an amazing event, and the success that we've been able to attain, I don't think any of us could have imagined when this was started. So thank you very much, Marvin. And with that, I will turn it back to Mark.
Thank you very much, John. And again, we really echo those sentiments about the Breeders' Crown Charity Challenge. This is the third time Woodbine has had the pleasure of teaming up with Marvin and all the very generous supporters to make an event like this happen. Speaking of Woodbine, it's my pleasure to introduce right now the Vice President of Standardbred Racing, Mr. Bill McClinchy.
Thanks, Mark. Woodbine Mohawk Park is once again extremely proud to host the Breeders' Crown and the Breeders' Crown Charity Challenge. Since the Breeders' Crown Charity Challenge inaugural year back in 2019, it's been incredible to watch this initiative grow and to see the generosity of our sports participants continue to shine. I want to especially thank this year's team captains for the Breeders' Crown Charity Challenge. We have Marvin Katz, Brad Grant, Millar Farms, and Determination. I'd also like to give a special shout out to everyone that's made a donation for this year's event, and especially the breedings that we're going to auction off shortly. That really builds the excitement. Hosting a Breeders' Crown and all the events that surround it is something that our team at Woodbine along with our many stakeholders, looks forward to every year. Over the years, we've been very fortunate to see some memorable performances on the racetrack at both Woodbine and Mohawk, and we expect no different this year. We want to wish everyone safe travels as you make your way to Campbellville later in October, and we can't wait to host you at Mohawk for the weekend of the finals. Thank you, best of luck to everyone at the sale, and good luck racing later this week.
Thank you very much, Bill. It's going to be a wonderful weekend coming up on October 24th and 25th at Woodbine Mohawk Park. If you've never joined us for a Breeders' Crown, we certainly urge you to make those plans. Hopefully for a lot of you in attendance, you're going to have horses that are going to have the opportunity to race in our championship series, and as well here at the sale, whether it was last night, tonight, or through the rest of the week. Hopefully you're going to find your next Breeders' Crown horse with a lot of exciting years coming up. Scioto next year, and as announced last night, the Red Mile to host the Breeders' Crown in 2027. Without further ado, it's time to call up the man behind the Breeders' Crown Charity Challenge, helping found it back in 2019. It's raised more than $1.8 million going into this year. Of course, we're going to eclipse $2 million. And as I talked about, it's just been wonderful for our industry to have been linked up with so many great charities, whether that be in Indiana, Ontario, New Jersey, and then going forward, of course, in Ohio and Kentucky. It's my pleasure right now to call up Mr. Marvin Katz.
Well, the good news is this is the last year that I'm doing this, and John Campbell finally received my resignation. It's only taken 7 years. I'm profoundly proud and pleased of what we've accomplished so far. To think about an endeavor that started with unprecedented, have raised almost $2 million already, distributed to various charities, richly deserving, and will exceed over $2 million this year. That's a significant amount of money that has been given back to every community that's hosted the Breeders' Crown for the last 7 years. And what it does is it shows our industry in the most positive, special way we could imagine. We're giving back to each and every one of the communities that hosts the Breeders' Crown. And we could not, as an industry, do anything more special than to be good citizens and good partners to the communities that we have racetracks and participate in. As far as the thank yous, and there's so many, I can't even begin to name them all. I've said this in the past, but the entire industry has stepped forward. And every time I've called anyone, I've almost resoundingly heard yes. And to all of you, a heartfelt thank you for everything you've contributed, the time, the energy, all the good ideas, and perhaps some of the crazy ideas like the chariot races and things like that. But it was fun, and it was well received. The outreach of the Breeders' Crown Charity Challenge is so profound now that last year at the Meadowlands we had almost 1 million hits online. And we're going to exceed 800,000 hits this year at Mohawk from what I'm being advised. So please understand, we are reaching it far and wide through this endeavor. Please continue to support it in every way possible in the years to come. To Erica, you know, the Lexington is home to so much history for standardbred racing, and we have to be a good partner with the city of Lexington, and we look forward to being here for decades to come. So I ask you to come up here and receive this donation that's going to go to the University of Kentucky Children's Hospital. We've done this over the last several years, and we look forward to doing this for decades to come. Erica?
Thank you all. Thank you, Marvin, so much. I'll say just a quick few words on behalf of Mayor Linda Gordon here in Lexington. First of all, welcome back for most of you to Lexington. We're so excited to have you here for the 2025 Selected Yearling Sale. As Bill and John and others have mentioned, what's happening here today is a lot bigger than a sale or a race, and I'd like to say thank you, first of all, to Marvin Katz and to all of the other gracious donors who make the Breeders' Crown Charity Challenge possible. And of course, while the mayor was sad not to be here today, she wanted me to extend her personal appreciation to Mr. Katz for the generous donation to the Kentucky Children's Hospital. This is an organization that provides vital care and support to thousands of children across the state of Kentucky each year. So thank you all so much again. Congratulations to the Kentucky Children's Hospital on the well-deserved donation, and good luck to all of you in the remainder of the week. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Erica. And again, the one thing about the harness racing community, and I don't have to tell the folks in the room anything that they don't already know, but this is quite a very generous group that always comes together, and certainly when there is an initiative, we get behind it and help and give back to all those wonderful causes. We do have the benefit auction that is coming up at 1 p.m. It's going to start today's second session of the Lexington Selected Yearling Sale. It is in your catalog if you'd like to see the stallions that are being offered. Again, it's a breeding for the 2026 season. Not in the catalog, but there is a supplement. We do want to know that there is a breeding to Captain Corey that will be available as well. Not much else that we can say other than thank you so much for joining us. Really look forward to seeing everybody at the Breeders' Crown again on October 24th and 25th. We're looking forward to putting on a wonderful show at Woodbine Mohawk Park, as do all the host tracks of the Breeders' Crown. It is our championship series for our wonderful sport. We're really looking forward to it. Best of luck, everyone, and please get out there, bid often, and be generous as we look to raise funds for the Breeders' Crown Charity Challenge. Have a wonderful day, and look forward to seeing you at the Breeders' Crown.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. I didn't know that. Right. Right. Yeah. John.